A door is slammed in Taylor and Brooke's faces in Bold and the Beautiful. According to previews for Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan could prevail against Taylor Hayes in the guy department. Their agreement seems to be destroyed the next week. However, it appears like Ridge Forrester would frighten his two ex-wives even more on B&B the next week. Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes break the pact in Bold and the Beautiful. It appears that Brooke Logan believes her best friend is a traitor. Additionally, it seems that Taylor Hayes views the Logan matriarch as a seasoned con artist. The claws thin out because each is concerned that the other is trying to wrangle Ridge Forrester back into their lives. Last week, Brooke teased Ridge with a few seductive moments. Once Taylor believed her best friend was attempting to pull their ex back into her pond, she decided to give it a shot as well. Ridge hasn't moved in any direction thus far, but if Brooke had persisted with what appeared to be an effort at seduction, it appeared as though he may have fallen for her bait. Therefore, the agreement that Brooke and Taylor, her new best friend, took delight in fell apart as soon as Ridge reappeared. Spoilers for B&B, Brooke is shocked by Taylor. When B&B debuts the next week, it appears that things heat up, and Ridge is probably aware of this. As the episode came to a close, he had just left Taylor alone as he left the office. Bold and the Lovely had Taylor seem to be on the verge of breaking apart. She conducted a trial run to determine whether she could have a future with Ridge, though he didn't appear to bite. He was then beckoned away, but he promised to come back. Meanwhile, Brooke burst into the office and discovered her closest friend by herself. But before she did that, she overheard Taylor disparaging her, and then she tried to reconnect with their ex after that. She then began to attack Taylor harshly. Before she arrived, she was already irate. Brooke was indignant that her fictitious friend had tricked Deacon Sharp into begging her to return to him. She had heard Taylor Hayes making a move for the dressmaker, so she was at her best. In the cliffhanger episode of Friday's Bold, and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan accused Taylor Hayes of something. Additionally, once the cameras turned off for the weekend, both women had tears streaming down their faces. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge Forrester admits. Ridge Forrester reportedly confesses next week, according to B&B spoilers. As a result, many people think he's ready to choose one of the two women. The speculation of his choice being Brooke Logan, his fate, among fans goes even farther. If her closest friend returns to him, Taylor Hayes would be crushed on the inside. But what if Ridge shut the door in each of their faces instead? He would probably let them down gently if things ends up that way on Bold and the Beautiful the following week. He would likely be pretty adamant about turning away from both of his ex-wives, though, and he'd probably have a valid excuse. What then would drive him to abandon both women? Ridge could have appreciated the peace that resulted from that agreement. He observed his family gradually beginning to get along as they imitated Taylor and Brooke. He could reconsider now that Taylor appears to be doomed as a result of him in his office. He'll probably return to his office while his ex-girlfriends are yelling at each other on Bold and the Beautiful. The man they're fighting over could feel something jar when he discovers this is about him. If he maintains platonic ties with both of them, he may come to understand that he can no longer hurt the two women he loves. This could also make it possible for the families to restore all of their strained ties.